Hi viewers at home, I'm Teacher Alphonse. I am going to take you through the studies, Standard 8, and we are going to look at the government of Kenya. The government of Kenya, under the government of Kenya, we are going to look at the branches that makes up the government of Kenya. We have got 3 branches of the government of Kenya. The first one is the government of Kenya. So we have got the judiciary, executive, and the legislature. Now I'm going to pick on the legislature so that we look at something about it as we proceed to the rest. Now let's look at the legislature as part of the government of Kenya. I'm going to take the legislature here. In the legislature, it is also known as the parliament. It is also known as the parliament. And the parliament has got, we have got the composition of the parliament. Who make up the parliament of Kenya? Now, the first one, we have got the members of the parliament. They are known as the MP. In our country, that is Kenya, we have got 290 constituencies. And these constituencies must be occupied by the members of the parliament. Now, before this, we have to know what are the procedures to elect the members of the parliament? Because for us to have the parliament, we must have the members of the parliament. For the procedure, we have to do a general election, which takes place after 5 years. But at the same time, we can also do what is called a by-election. This is an election that takes place when some unavoidable circumstances arises, like somebody or the member of a parliament happens to die, or a member of a parliament happens to be declared bankrupt by the court of law. This will make us run for a by-election and not a general election. You get that? Now, let's look at the legislature here. The legislature, we want to look at the composition. The composition. When I talk of the composition, I talk about the consistency of it. What comprises of the legislature. The first one we have got the member of the parliament. He is called the MPs. In our country, we have got 290 constituencies, and these 290 constituencies are occupied by the members of the parliament. That is 290. Let us see. They will amount to what? We also have nominated members. Who are these nominated members? These are the members that were not elected, but were actually nominated by the political parties. We have got various political parties. As you know, Kenya is a democratic party, a nation or state. So we have got political parties. So they're allowed to nominate 12. They are allowed to nominate 12. And we also have, in our country, we have got 47 counties. That means we must have women representatives. Now, this will be, the women representatives will also help in the legislation. So we have women representatives. We have got 47 of them elected members. We also have got the speaker. Who is the speaker here? The speaker here is the ex officio member. The speaker here is the ex officio member. The nominated members, MPs, they don't have that jurisdiction, or they don't have that power to vote. Now, if we add all this, it gives us 350. So from here, I am going to look at what are the functions of the member of the parliament. Fantastic. Well, let's look at the functions. The first function that they have, they approve the budgets. They approve the budget. They approve the budgets. They approve the budgets. Secondly, they do such a very important role, that is impeachment of the president. Remember, the president is the commander-in-chief, but the members of the parliament have got that mandate to impeach him. So impeachment of the president. Okay. And the major role, this is the main one, is to legislate or make laws. So we said they also make laws. They also make laws. What else can we say about the functions of the MPs? We have got various functions of the MPs. They can as well, in a committee, that's what is called, after the appointment of when the appointment has been made by the president, they can as well do what is known as, they can do what is called vetting. Vetting of those state offices. That is part of it. Since we will not look at all of them, there are so many, because most of them we did in class 7, so actually we recall or presume that, so that you add it with this one. But let's look at let's look at how a member of parliament happens to lose his seat. How does it take place? Let's look at this. Let's look at this. How an MP, how a member of parliament, may lose a seat. Yes, now let's look at this. How does a member of parliament loses his seat? The first one, if this member of parliament has been declared bankrupt by the court of law. Declared bankrupt, that is by the court of law. Secondly, if he happens to die, death, let's talk about death. What else? As we learned in grade 7, you can remember, another one you can say, if this member of parliament has actually not, or if this member of parliament has actually not, if the member of parliament has actually not been attending the session for the 8 consecutive months, that member of parliament may happen to lose a seat. So if you have not attended the session or visited the session for a period of 8 months, for a period of 8 consecutive months, that means as it goes. So when you happens to miss, when you misses 8 consecutive sessions, if a member of parliament also happens to be, when a member of parliament also happens to be jailed for 6 months, so a by-election may take place. So be jailed for 6 months. So before I wind up, I'm almost. How will we get another new member? The speaker who has been elected by these members of parliament on that day, he will write a letter, and that letter is known as a writ. That letter is known as a writ. It is written to the chairman of the IEBC, notifying him that there is a vacant seat in the parliament. So we require an immediate, through the arrangement by the IEBC, to actually fill the vacancy. So after that, somebody may ask you in your question, who is an ex-official member of the parliament? Please allow me to, you should recall that it is the Speaker of the National Assembly. Very important. And you should also know it has got 350 members. Do not forget, we look at it earlier now. So after that, if you are able to actually master and understand all this, you are in the right situation, a right state to tackle all your questions. So I can still say you go ahead, let me know. This one, if you are my student well, you're in a good position. So up to now, I will say this my end, and I hope that you've enjoyed the lesson, and let's see you next time.